you ever heard a story so chilling it stays with you long after you've heard it? A story that makes you question the very fabric of reality? Today, we're stepping inside one of the most infamous houses in American history. A place where a dark past gave rise to terrifying claims of paranormal activity. This is the story of 112 Ocean Avenue, better known as the Amityville Horror House. Our story begins not with a haunting, but with a tragedy. On November 13, 1974, the quiet town of Amityville, New York, was shattered. In the early hours of the morning, 23-year-old Ronald DeFeo Jr. took a rifle and systematically ended the lives of his parents and 4 younger siblings as they slept in their beds. The brutality of the act was shocking. What made it even more perplexing was that none of the neighbors heard any gunshots, and all 6 victims were found lying peacefully in their beds, with no signs of a struggle. During his trial, DeFeo's defense claimed he heard voices urging him to commit the acts. He was ultimately found guilty and sentenced to 6 consecutive life sentences. The house, stained by this dark event, was put up for sale. Just over a year later, in December 1975, the Lutz family, George, Kathy, and their 3 children, moved in. They saw it as their dream home, purchasing it for a bargain price, fully aware of its tragic history. They believed they could create new, happy memories within its walls. They even had a priest come to bless the house. But according to them, their dream quickly devolved into an unimaginable nightmare. The blessing itself was the first sign of trouble. The priest claimed to have heard a demonic voice command him to "Get out!" and later developed a high fever and blisters on his hands. For the Lutz family, strange occurrences began almost immediately. They reported swarms of flies appearing in the dead of winter, cold spots that would suddenly materialize in rooms, and strange odors that would come and go. George started waking up at 3:15 a.m. every morning, the same time the DeFeo tragedies were estimated to have occurred. He became sullen and withdrawn, while Kathy had recurring nightmares about the events that had taken place in the house. The paranormal activity seemed to escalate with each passing day. Doors would slam shut on their own, furniture would move, and a green, slime-like substance would ooze from the walls and keyholes. The children also experienced terrifying phenomena. The youngest daughter, Missy, began talking to an imaginary friend named Jody, whom she described as a red-eyed, pig-like creature. One night, Kathy was reportedly levitated above her bed, and George claimed to have seen the entity of Jody staring down at them from a window. After just 28 days, the Lutz family fled the house in terror, leaving all their possessions behind, claiming the demonic forces were too powerful, and they were lucky to escape with their lives. Their story was turned into Jay Anson's best-selling book, The Amityville Horror, which was then adapted into the iconic 1979 film. The tale of the haunting at 112 Ocean Avenue became a global phenomenon, cementing its place as one of the most famous ghost stories of all time. Millions were captivated and terrified by the Lutz's account. But was it true? This is where the story gets even more complicated. Almost as soon as the story went public, skeptics and investigators began to pick it apart. Ronald DeFeo's own lawyer, William Weber, came forward and claimed that he, along with the Lutzes, had fabricated the entire haunting story over several bottles of wine. He alleged it was a scheme to make money, a hoax designed to capitalize on the public's fascination with the paranormal and the property's grim history. Weber claimed they took the known facts of the DeFeo case and embellished them with classic horror tropes. Researchers pointed out inconsistencies in the Lutz's story. For example, there were no official reports to the police about the paranormal events during their 28-day stay. The priest who performed the blessing, Father Mancuso, gave a more subdued account in private interviews, never fully corroborating the most sensational claims attributed to him in the book. And what about the physical evidence? The green slime, the inverted crucifixes, the secret red room in the basement. Subsequent owners of the house have never reported anything similar. In fact, most people who have lived there since the Lutzes have described it as a peaceful, lovely home. So what are we to believe? On one hand, you have the Lutz family, who, for decades, have stuck to their story, insisting that what they experienced was real and terrifying. They have passed lie detector tests, and have recounted their ordeal with what appears to be genuine conviction. They maintain they were a normal family who stumbled into something truly evil. On the other hand, you have a mountain of skepticism, counterclaims, and a lack of verifiable evidence. Many believe it was an elaborate and highly successful hoax, a get-rich-quick scheme that spun out of control and became a cultural legend. The mystery of Amityville lies in this ambiguity. It's a clash between a terrifying personal testimony and a compelling case for a hoax. Could it be a mix of both? Perhaps the Lutzes, already on edge due to the house's dark past, experienced some explainable events, common in any old house, and their imaginations, fueled by fear, filled in the rest. Or maybe, just maybe, something truly malevolent did linger in that house after the DeFeo tragedy, and the Lutzes were its unfortunate targets. The Amityville house itself has been altered over the years. The iconic quarter-moon windows, which gave the house its eerie, eye-like appearance in the movies, have been replaced. The address has even been changed to protect the privacy of its current residents. But the legend endures. It forces us to ask ourselves, do we believe in ghosts? Can a place be imbued with the evil of past events? Or are we simply captivated by a good, scary story? The truth of what really happened at 112 Ocean Avenue may have fled with the Lutzes into the night, leaving us with nothing but a fascinating and chilling mystery. What do you think? Was the Amityville haunting a real-life paranormal nightmare, or one of the greatest hoaxes ever told? Let me know your theories in the comments below. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into one of history's most compelling mysteries. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. See you next time.